Hey, it's Jay, and it's time to jabber. Hello to you, and welcome to this week's episode. This week's video is another sad one in a way, because it deals with the passing of two actors who I consider to be legends, quite frankly. Before I go any further, let's see from Dictionary Corner what the dictionary definition of a legend actually is. Legend, when pertaining to a person, means a very famous or notorious person, particularly within a certain field. So there you have it, extremely famous or notorious, and in a particular field. One of the legends that we lost this week was a legend of both stage and screen. Ron Moody was the definitive, in my view, Fagin. He made the role. He was the original Fagin in the West End. Not on Broadway, he didn't do Broadway, but in the West End, and then went on to be the face of Fagin on film. He played the role so magnificently that personally I feel anyone else since then, if they don't have a Ron Moody-esque element to their portrayal of Fagin, then it's just not right. Some of you might be out there thinking, who's Ron Moody? I've never heard of him. Or might be thinking, well, he's only done the one thing. Ron Moody did lots of other things, mainly on stage. He in fact was on EastEnders for a while as well, so as Jim Branning's nemesis, I believe. But I just picture him in the ultimate role, the ultimate character role in a way, of Fagin. I see him as a legend because it is that character, and indeed that actor, that has inspired me with my own within my own acting that I have done on an amateur basis. I see Ron Moody as a amazing character actor. Famously, Ron Moody actually turned down the role of the Third Doctor, turned down the role of Doctor Who. He often said it was the worst decision of his career and that he regretted it. And yes, that means, if he had taken that role, he would have been immortalised even more. But to me, Ron Moody as Fagin holds a dear place in my heart. The other actor that we sadly lost this past week was Christopher Lee, Sir Christopher Lee, an amazing actor who appeared in over 200 films spanning 60 decades plus. He is most known by different generations from the different films he's played. In the 60s he played the role of Dracula 10 times, 10 different films, and many of the older generation will know him from that. He also did many one-off roles that he is very famous for. His role in The Wicker Man, for example, or as I first knew him, as Scaramanga in the Bond film The Man with the Golden Gun. Recent generations will know him either as Count Dooku from the Star Wars prequels, or indeed Sauron from Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. The youngest, of course, may know him as the father of Willy Wonka in the Tim Burton version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory starring Johnny Depp. As said, he was in over 200 films, but his career was not just based there. He appeared in numerous television series across the years, from the 50s to the current day. He in fact was a magnificent singer. He released 5 albums, I believe, various EPs and singles throughout the years. Two great actors that have been lost this past week. Two people who I consider to be legends. Interestingly enough, Christopher Lee said once that to be a legend, you've either got to be dead or excessively old. Now these two gentlemen were legends way before both of those things have happened, and I believe will be legends way after as well. That's all I've got to say for this week. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.